you to hurry up now, cause I can't wait much longer. I know I got to be right now, cause I can't get much longer. Man, I've been waiting all night now. I need you right now. Let's get lost tonight. You could be my black Kate Moss tonight. Play secretary, I'm the boss tonight. And you don't give a fuck what they all say, right? Off from the Christian and Christian Dior. Damn, they don't make them like this anymore. I ask cause I'm not sure.
I love Tradecaster.
Happy Saturday, everybody. Just a friendly reminder.
Over the past 12 months, how much money did you make day trading using your strategy? 551,000.
That kind of money, it's like you know what you're doing.
Sean knows his stuff.
So this is exactly how I did it.
Perfect.
I want everyone to go trade.
Go! Let's go! Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls.
Anything else?
It wasn't pleasant. That was during lunch hours.
Take some pictures.
Now we're up $1,200.
We got some action right here.
$2,000, $767.
If I tell you how I was able to do this, go out and make that money, make a killing.
Can we start getting ourselves in the green somehow? Get it, people!
Bot sell man making HUDI $1,000. Ollie with a $327 trade.
Boom, guys.
$989 profit.
2,600. Oh, baby! Oh, baby! Oh, baby! You guys want to see something good today? We're bringing something good to the house. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I welcome each and every single one of you. Each and every single one of you who is listening right now. 2 ears in the side of your head, 1 mouth, 1 nose, 2 eyes, ready to get absolutely locked in, using all 5 senses to be able to tingle our way through the stock market. I want to make sure that every single person is getting ready to profit. Every single person is getting ready to gain. Every single person is showing up with a little bit of enthusiasm. Because it's bright and early in the morning. It is currently 8:55 a.m. We have about 35 minutes until this market opens on up. New doors are about to open. We are about to take a step into greatness, getting nothing but hot and sweaty in front of this camera, live in front of you, as you guys see my real action, my real profits, my real activity. This is as real as it gets, baby. You and me. About to step into a new digital world of stock trading. You and me about to walk into a bank account and exchange bank information. You and me ready to take on the bull. Ready to again take on the bears. Ready to take our journey over on Wall Street. I'm excited. Last night I was dreaming about laying on a beach, having my fiance feed me little grapes and drinking out of a little coconut with a little tiny umbrella. I say let's turn these dreams into realities. Let's make sure we are all set ready to get after it. We have a big day ahead, and obviously I'm jacked up. Jacked up because we have a few trades right now that are looking pretty good. We want to make sure every single person is ready to rock. Let me again make sure that we're all set here. Traders, if you guys are joining us right here on this moment, everyone go ahead, give it a thumbs on up, and you guys will be all set, ready to get after it. All right. Traders, what is going to be the best play of the day? What is going to be the best stock? What is going to be the best move? What is going to be the best mover in every single sense? So we have right now FGI, TURB, BGI, CNFO, and APVO. These are the best plays as of now, but we are still waiting, and hopefully something in the next 3 minutes kind of presents itself to make it a little bit better. All right? So that's what I want. I want to kind of see, and I want to do this together in the next 2.5 minutes to see if we can maybe see a hot press release come on out and we get a big time spike. Because APVO ripped. APVO went from 143, spiked up to 340. Now it's coming back on down towards the 230s, unfortunately. FGI this morning. FGI ripped this morning. It went all the way from the price of $4 all the way up to $25, but now back down to $12. TURB also ripped this morning. Went all the way from $2.80, spiked up to $8, came crashing back down to $4. So we are having these very quick and very hard spikes, but a lot of these spikes are not holding on up. They are spiking for an average about 5, 10, 15 minutes, and then they start coming back on down. So let's just take a look at this. TURB, this is a 5-minute candle. So one candle, 5 minutes, 2 candles, 10 minutes, 3 candles, 15 minutes. Then it started reversing and fading and falling. Let's take a look over on FGI. FGI, you could see, started spiking at 4 in the morning, started dumping back on down around 6:45. Let's look at APVO here. APVO went on a 5-minute, 10-minute spike, then started turning and fading back on down. CNFR, 5-minute spike, then started turning and fading back on down. AIHS started spiking around 6 a.m. this morning, ran on up towards around 7:15 this morning, then started turning back on down. So, I mean, it definitely varies a little bit, but I would say the majority of spikes are at least holding 10 to 15 minutes, which is more than enough time to go ahead and get filled over on this play. So, let's see what we have. And yeah, right now, baby, I'm trapped. I will tell you right now, if you guys see the thumbnail over on this YouTube, if you guys see the thumbnail over in chat, I want to let you guys know how serious I am at this moment, okay? I have trapped myself in this room, and we are not leaving this room until I'm in the green. Now, how did I do that? Well, I had Claire go outside, and she put a deadbolt, okay, right around the opposite door. I cannot get out. I cannot escape, okay? She also adopted 2 rabid dogs down from the pound, and again, has 2 leashes going right towards the door, and if I try to get out, I am getting absolutely ripped apart. There's no way I'm getting out of this room until I make a profit. Doors deadlocked. 2 rabid dogs ready to take me on out. Maybe a few other little booby traps I'm not ready for. Who knows? But the thing is, we're not going to find out because we are getting ready to make some money. We are getting ready to make some profits. I cannot wait. It's time to trade here, baby. It's time to make this money. AIHS, we are going to watch this. But let's see here, team, in the next 3 seconds. 3 seconds here, we should be having some news come on out. So let's, again, I'm going to turn off the music here for a second and turn on the voice alerts so you guys can hear if any voice alerts come on out. So let's do this together. 9 o'clock, waiting for anything low float. Let's see. Couple press releases starting to move a little bit. A collab with award-winning Hispanic chefs on Twisted Tea. Sam. You know, that's not really anything, I think, too crazy. Let's see if there's anything good at this 9 o'clock.
Success.
We have the word success, XYZ. XYZ stacks up success across 30 plus locations. We have the word potential over on INHD right now. I'm just trying to see if there's going to be anything big right at this 9 a.m. area. We have INHD has the word potential. I don't really like the word potential. We did just get a little tiny pop from $4 up towards around $4.50. Again, I'd probably stay away from that one though. I'm not, the biggest fan of that play at this moment. Let's see if anything else comes on out within the next 30, 60 seconds. And of course we can go from there. So right now, traders, we are all set. I don't think we have anything too big. So let's go into our normal kind of breakdown. Okay, right now here, traders, let's go into our normal breakdown. And what do I mean by our normal breakdown? The normal breakdown is I want to, of course, go over every single play here that has potential for us. Do you guys like that? Let's go over every single play that has potential. And then let's just make sure everyone is understanding of what we could be having, what could be coming on up, what you like the best. But let's make sure that we give every single trader some confidence. Sound good? Hey guys, smash that thumbs on up if you guys haven't smashed it yet. But let's go to the very beginning here. What we want to do is we want to start with FGI here. FGI, is there reasoning? Is there credibility? Why is this play up in the first place? Well, as we know, traders, we could see that FGI is the #1 top gainer of the day, but there is no actual news behind this play. It's the same exact thing to be with AHI. AHI here, traders, was another stock that spiked up very big, or AIHS, excuse me, which does not have any sort of news. I was actually aware of this like super early this morning. I know, again, there was an article on it over on Fox Runner. And let's just read this. Let's read it together. It says AIHS and FGI have no news. Both have 1 million in float and are 7 a.m. top gainers. It says FGI is up 424% today. AIHS is up 74% today, and both have no news or no credibility. So how are they up? Well, as of 7 a.m., FGI and AIHS are both currently hitting new highs and are the number 1 and number 4 top gainers in the stock market. One has a 424% gain, the other one has a 74% gain. While there is no credibility, there's only 530K in float over on FGI and only 1.1 million over on AIHS. This is most likely the reason for the spike. You guys have heard me say it a million times. What is float? Float are the shares available to the public. When we have a low supply of shares and a high demand, we see stocks increase dramatically. We've talked about this nearly every single day. You guys already know this, and that's what we're always looking for. The perfect formula for a breakout is a stock that has credibility, aka a press release. A stock that brings in big volume because it has a good press release, and then that stock has a low float, so it has a low supply, so the stock increases its price. When you have low supply, high demand, stock increases. That's the way economics work. So FGI doesn't have any news this morning. AIHS doesn't have any news this morning. But what does FGI have? FGI has 521,000 in float. That is very, very low. For reference, anything under 10 million is considered very low float. That's for reference right there. Anything under 5 million, very low float. Anything under 1 million, extremely low float. So basically, if anyone goes over towards FGI, the stock is going to spike. Now, guess what happened this morning? People saw that FGI was starting to spike and starting to rip and starting to run, and then people get emotional. You might go over to your friend Jeff. You might go over to your friend Kate. You might go over to Shannon and be like, hey, why did you buy this stock? And they say, I don't really know. Everyone else is buying it, so I just bought it. Right? Sometimes that's how it works in the retail world and retail investors, where people just buy stocks because they want to make money and it seems like everyone else is buying it. So the thing is, FGI today went from $4, caught a little fire, and spiked all the way up to $24. Now, the thing is, people ask me, they say, well, Dek, why is it dumping? Well, the better question is why is it up in the first place? If I said, why is stock, if you said, hey, Dek, why did it go from $20 down to $13? I'm going to turn to you and say, well, why did it go from $4 to $13? There's no answer. There's no news. There's no credibility. It caught some fire and has a low float. So what are the odds? The odds of this play that it's most likely going to come back and start dumping and start getting weaker. We see this happen all the time. When a stock does not have good credible news, in most cases, it has a massive rip and then it just gives everything back because momentum shifts. So probably the odds are here today, FGI is going to do that. Might get a little pop back up towards around that $15 mark, might get a little bit of action, might get a little bit of hype, but most likely the stock is going to be coming right back down towards around $10 by lunch hours. So FGI, unless it just gets a random rip and run, unless this one gets a ton of hype, it's most likely going to fade and fall. It's a sub 1 million in float stock, and that's why it has the hype behind it. It's the same exact thing with AIHS. AIHS caught momentum, momentum leaves. Again, if you're not going up, you're going down. And that's what we see a lot of these plays. So yes, when you see a 100, 200, 300% top gainer, if it does not have any reasoning on why it's up, most likely it's going to be a great shorting opportunity that could just come crashing all the way back on down. So awesome to see right here on why these stocks went on these pops and moves, but once momentum shifted, they did just come crashing all the way back on down. We also have not seen many stocks be able to hold up their gains this morning. For instance, we had SLNH. SLNH secures a $100 million facility to generate capital to expand its green data centers. What did SLNH do this morning? SLNH, massive spike, massive dump. Unfortunately, could not hold up its gains. Now, what can you guys also realize? Taking a look at the daily chart, we usually hit the 200-day moving average, fade and fall back on down. Hit the 200-day moving average, fade and fall back on down. We spiked on up here pretty hard this morning, but then fell right back underneath that 200-day moving average. If you like SLNH today, it has to get back above 118. Anywhere under 118, stock has a lot of opportunity to turn, fade, dump, and fall. SLNH is only getting weaker and weaker and weaker. What are the main headlines of today? We'll come back to that in a second. We also had TURB today, which was a great spike. TURB Energy secures $53 million contract to deploy 36 million megawatts of solar storage capacity across 10 facilities, or factories, excuse me. So we had TURB, an amazing rip and run today. And TURB is probably one of my favorite plays still left on this day. TURB did have a nice bull flag. We were writing this and, watching this earlier here this morning. TURB came out with news right at 8 o'clock. This was something that was alerted right off the rip here. You could see TURB alerted right at 8:02 a.m. This stock, again, secures a $53 million contract and went on a great rip and run. So this stock was beautiful. This stock was a great spike, great rip, great run. And the thing is, what I always do in my head is I do process of elimination. I say to myself, is SLNH really in play right now? And the answer is no, not really. Is AIHS really in play right now? The answer is no, not really. What I do every morning from right now, from 9 o'clock towards the time of 9:30, I get every hot stock out there in my mind. I write it on down, and then I do a process of elimination of where is everyone going to go today? Are people liking this play? No. So either short it or stay away from it. Are people liking this play? No. Either short it or get away from it. Remember, team, the number one thing that we have to do every single day is we have to ask ourselves, what is going to be the number one top gainer today? Where are people going to go? Where are people going to run into? Remember, so simple. Every morning, that's what everyone always asks me. Dek, what's the best play of today? Hey, Dek, what's going to be the best spiker? What's going to be the best ripper? What's going to be the best runner? Well, traders, you're asking me at this moment, what is going to be the best stock to buy out of 10,413 plays? So let's just think about that. You're asking me at this moment, what's going to be the one best spiker today out of 10,413? Now, the thing is, sounds like a big task, doesn't it? But at the end of the day, it actually does get a lot more simple than you think. And you might say, how? Well, how is it so simple? Well, if I go over towards this, I want to start eliminating stocks, eliminating plays. So how can I eliminate plays? Well, let's go to price. Let's go price to anything under, let's say, $30. I want to be looking for stocks that are going to go on big percentage moves. I want to see stocks that are going to go on 100, 200, 300% movers. Unfortunately, probably not a $100 stock is going to do that. Well, guess what? We just got rid of half those plays. We just went from 10,000 stocks all the way down towards 5,855 stocks. Now, what else do I want to be looking for? Well, I also want to be looking for float. Let's go to float, anything under 20 million. So now I just went from 1,638 stocks. So traders, I just went from 10,000 to now a little over 1,500. Now I have to figure out which one out of the 1,600 stocks are going to spike. Well, traders, how can I do that? Well, what have I taught you? What do you guys know? Well, out of the 1,600 plays, we know it's going to be, of course, a lower float play. It's going to be a stock within our price range. Now, what's next? A stock that has credibility. It's very rare that a stock just randomly shoots up, and the ones that randomly do shoot up usually come crashing back on down. Usually the best ones are going to be stocks that come out with some sort of news, a reason for us to buy it. So that's why I use Fox Runner every single day right here. What do I do over on Fox Runner? Fox Runner, I put in the filters, 0 to 20 million in float, right? You could also put in the price, but I know 0 and 20 million float is already going to give me probably about 2,000 different options. And now I'm only going to be playing stocks or looking at stocks that have good credible reasons. So we just went from 1,600 plays to how many news comes out, how many press releases come out of that 1,600? Maybe about 200 stocks, right? Maybe about 200 plays every single day. But when we take a look over on these plays now we're going to have them all filtered for us. Now, what do I mean by filtered for us? Well, we are now going to be able to get which ones have hot keywords, which ones have good ratings. How are we going to be able to find these plays? Well, they come out at 7 o'clock, 7:30, 8 o'clock. So now I know, hey, I'm not looking for 10,000 plays. I'm looking for 1,600. Out of that 1,600, let's find the ones with the best press release and the best news and the best hype and the best momentum. Well, out of those 1,600 plays that come out with news comes out at 7 o'clock, 7:30, 8 o'clock. And those are the ones that go on the best rips and the best runs and the best climbs. So again, we have our keywords. We have, again, which ones are the hottest with our 1-star, 2-star, 3-star words. And of course, these are going to be a nice little option for us right here. All right, let's just go over towards news. TURB, that's going to be a play we want to watch. APVO, that's going to be a play that we're going to want to watch. WPTN, these have news. TURB right here, 8 o'clock press release, 2-star word, did come out with a hot keyword, contract. Right? So again, it helps us be able to figure out which are going to be the best plays of the day. We're just doing process of elimination. We're eliminating a massive scale. The easiest way for you guys to be able to think about this is that, let's say, who was the first president of the United States? The first president of the United States, was it George Washington? Was it Abe Lincoln? Was it Joe Biden? Or was it Trump? And you could say, well, Trump wasn't the first one. And I know Joe Biden wasn't the first one. So maybe it's Abe Lincoln or it's George Washington. It's the same exact thing I do with stocks every single morning. I'm just getting rid of the ones that I know aren't true. Again, if I wanted to pick the best play, I could do a 25% chance of just randomly guessing, or I could say, I know that one's not going to work, I know that one's not going to work, and now I can get the best answers possible. So every single morning, I'm just going, give me the lowest float stocks with the most credibility, aka the best news, and if I know where the news is, I'm going to be able to make the most amount of money. So that's why we have this cheat code right here to give us our watch list every single day. So let's actually do this, guys. Let's go over towards this and let's get our cheat code here. I'm going to switch it over towards news. I'm going to take a screenshot of this right here. Right, so let's just take a screenshot of this right here. And now let's minimize this here for a second. Now let's just do a little process of elimination. Okay, we're going to keep the ones we want. We're going to get rid of the ones we don't need. Dek, what is going to be the plays we want? Do we want to still be involved in on TURB today? TURB did come out with a $53 million contract. Absolutely great. Lower float play. Stock did have a bull flag pattern, has potential to rip and run back on up. You guys can see right now that TURB is building slightly higher lows. Stock definitely has potential to be able to rip and run back on up, and then of course go from there. So right now, would I say TURB is a stock that I want to focus on? 100%. I think that this is 100% still in play, still a good stock for us, and that's going to be one I want to look at. What about APVO? APVO, this stock again came on out talking about it has 100% remission rate in its cohort 3, like it's phase 3. So its drug is working. That's great. The issue is it looks like it was almost like a pump and dump. Stock had a great spike and gave back a lot of its gains. Unless this stock gets back up towards around that $3 mark, I don't really think I want to get involved into it. I want to be aware of it, but I don't think APVO is going to be one I want to look at. Well, what about WBTN? WBTN, this play, it's been fading and falling the entire time. I don't think I need to get involved in that play. What about YSXT? Anything right here on YSXT? Don't really need to get in on that play. So again, we're having process elimination. Right now, TURB is really our only play. Okay, so TURB, that's going to be a great starting play. Well, Dek, what about all the stocks that don't have any sort of news towards them? Well, let's just look at all the top gainers in general today, okay? So let's see right here. Here's all of our top gainers in the entire stock market at this time. Now, let's take a screenshot of this right now. We can go through this whole entire process and just make sure that we're all set. So we already know TURB is the only stock that actually has credibility right here. So TURB, that's the one that we actually like the most. And let's just put a little CR that it does have credibility, right? I also just heard a voice alert that said agreement, I believe. SVCO acquisition. Let's just see if those are spiking by chance. SVCO. No, not really too much. And what else do we have here? RBNE. RBNE. Anything right here? No, okay. So let's go back over towards this list. We know TURB is our only one with some good credible news. All the other ones spiked and dumped. What about FGI? FGI, do I want to watch this play? Just because it's so active? Yes, but we have to realize this is like a momentum play. At any moment, FGI could come crashing all the way back on down. What about BGI right here? BGI, not the biggest fan of it. Stock again, it looks like it had a little press release last night. BGI is starting to fade and fall. You could see we're getting a little bit weaker. I'm not a fan of this play unless it can spike back above $2. Probably not one I need to watch at the bell. What about CNFR? CNFR, again, another stock that had a spike at 4 in the morning and just has been downtrending. I will tell you guys, I don't really need to look at stocks that are downtrending. Like again, CNFR right here. It's pointing down. It's already giving back a lot of its gains. People don't have a lot of confidence on that play. BGI already giving back, not really doing too much. APVO, as we already talked about, needs to get back up towards around $3. AIHS right here. This stock doesn't have any sort of news. Again, it's pointing on the downside. There's not really a lot of hype. So traders, at this moment, to be frank with you, it's just these are the top 2 plays I want. These plays right here, FGI and TURB, those are the ones that the majority of traders are focused on. We looked at the plays that have news. We looked at the stocks that have credibility. We look at the ones that don't have credibility. And again, FGI, right? We want to keep our eyes peeled on it. TURB, we want to keep our eyes peeled on it. Now, the big thing that we want to actually start thinking about, though, now is what is going to be happening next on these plays. Let's start putting together a little bit of a game plan, okay? So let's go over to TURB. Stock that has credibility. Stock that has news. Stock that has reasoning. And let's go ahead and set this up on how I would look for the stock, okay? Number 1, I am connecting the dots at the bottom right here. Making the trends look very good. Connecting the dots, and we want to hold above this trend line. I will say it right now. If we start falling underneath 550 and we start getting weaker, I mean, it's not going to be worth our time anymore. But I also want to grab this right here, connect the dots over here, and we could have a beautiful little trend at this moment. This would be our wedge pattern that I want to see develop at the start of the day, making your life easy. Anything that is underneath that purple line is going to be considered bearish. Bearish means selling. Bearish means shorters have control. Bearish means the stock is dropping, getting weaker. Anything that is above this line right here is going to be where we have our bullishness. So if we can start breaking that downtrend and start showing that buyers are in control, that shorters are getting squeezed out, this right here, probably a break of $6, is where there will be more hype, where there will be more excitement, where people will like. So TURB, here is a very easy setup. Easy doesn't mean it's wrong. Easy, this is how you're supposed to trade. Anything under 550, to me, shorters are winning. Sellers are winning. The stock is getting weaker. TURB does have the best press release today, does have the most credibility today, is the stock that's trying its best to hold its gains. But if it can't hold $5, if it can't hold $5.50, the stock is coming right back on down. It's going to turn into everything else and just dump on off. If TURB can break $6, guess what? It has a lot of hype and it has a lot of momentum. We could see some great things happening. So TURB definitely going to be the stock that we're going to be watching in the next 11 minutes here. But just copy exactly what I have on the chart right here so that you guys are all set, ready to go as well. Now, the other option that we have is FGI, right? And FGI at this moment, this is a play. Unfortunately, it gave back a lot of its gains. This stock does not have any sort of news. The best way that I would trade this play is let's look for the strongest platform that we have. As of now, shorters are in control. We can all see that there is a downtrend. We can all see that we are fading and falling. Is there a flat platform where it would be the best dip? I see right here. Do you guys see an upper shadow right here? And then a dip buy and a dip buy and a dip buy and a dip buy. So for me, I see that we have a very strong $11 support line. I could see that we have a very strong top resistance at this moment. And we do have, of course, that possible break 1350. So right now at this moment, if we wanted to kind of type this on out, we know, same exact thing, we do have bearishness. Bearishness as of now, stock is still getting weaker. We have the stock fading and falling. We do know, however, we do have our $11 dip buy support. So $11 dip buy support, that could be very solid for us. And that's where we could also be able to make some money and be able to make some cash. And that's because we did have old resistance, bounce, 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 bounce. If we do get a pullback somewhere near around $11, that's going to be a great opportunity for us. So I do just want to take some screenshots right here over on FGI. I'll post those over on social media for you guys so that everyone is all good. So let's just go over here, type in FGI game plan, or I'll just type in FGI charting. Make your life very easy. $11 possible dip buy. If it cracks through $11, it's going all the way down to 10 and then $8.75. So want to make sure that you guys see that. Want to make sure that you guys are fully aware of that. FGI going to be one of the top stocks to be watching at the start of the day here. All right, so FGI, absolutely gorgeous, absolutely awesome. Going to continue to keep our eyes peeled on that. And then last but not least, again, what was the other one we were looking at? TURB. Let's also put TURB's charting up there as well. What were we in, a 1 minute time frame? And you guys can see how TURB is unfortunately starting to get a little bit weak already. So again, TURB is already getting a little bit on the weaker side, is starting to crack that trend. You could see how it's starting to lose that hype. It's starting to lose that credibility right here, right? So TURB charting, same exact thing, team. Stock is getting a little bit weaker right now. It would have to get back inside that wedge. It would have to start getting a little bit of that momentum to bring in strength. And that's the issue right here, is that, we're not seeing much strength at this moment. So Dek, what do you want to do? Right? Do you want to be looking for the hype? Do you want to be looking for breakouts? Do you want to be looking for shorts? Right now, it's either dip buy or short. I don't see anything going on big time spikes and rips and runs. It would either be a dip buy or a short in my eyes. So let's watch that. But every single person here, let's just get prepared at this moment, right? Let's go through all the alerts together so that we're all set, ready to go. Everyone stick with me at this moment. If you guys do not have Fox Runner, please again watch the stream right here so that you guys are all set. My goal is to make sure you are 100% prepared. How do I get prepared every morning? This is exactly what I do. I click right here, I go to see all. See all, I make sure I'm aware of every stock that came out with news today. TURB, I'm aware of it. APVO, I'm aware of it. Unfortunately, the stock is going on a little bit of a drop and a fade. And then again, WBTN, I'm aware of it. TURB is the stock we already have the game plan for. APVO gave a lot back. WBTN has just been fading and falling. Nothing else super hot this morning with news. I'm aware of all this. I watch it. I read these articles. I'm all set, ready to go. Beautiful. Okay. Now, other than that, I go over to all the other plays that don't have news, or just all top gainers in general. I know FGI. FGI, that's been a great stock. That play, unfortunately, FGI is getting weaker. $11 possible dip buy. TURB, we already know it. BGI, CNFR, these are other two plays that unfortunately right now, BGI not doing anything, right? BGI not doing anything. CNFR also not doing anything. So already, just very simple. FGI we had a game plan for. TURB we have a game plan for. We know again TURB is the only one that with a very hot credible press release. We went through all of the hot news this morning. We looked at it and there's nothing else that's looking incredible. Now let's just go back over towards our news alerts here for a second and let's make sure that there's nothing that's maybe a sleeper pick that maybe we shouldn't be aware of. So a lot of times what I'll also do is I'll just type in, all of these and just make sure that nothing's going on. So these were the hottest press releases today that everyone needs to be aware of. Number one, APVO has a 100% remission. Amazing news. Unfortunately, the stock is giving everything on back. So I don't need that. TURB, already talked about that. I know it's probably getting a little annoying, me talking about TURB, but it's going to be one of the hottest stocks for us today. We know that this is one we want to be watching, want to be focusing on. Came out with the press release at 8 a.m. this morning. Let's keep scrolling on down. Little heads on up here, guys. Main headlines of today for blue chip stocks. So blue chip stocks, these are all the biggest headlines across like CNBC, Yahoo Finance, MarketWatch. Meta shifting to smart glasses. Meta has again its upcoming conference tonight for anyone who doesn't know. Google is investing $5 billion into UK AI development. Nvidia faces low demand in China. If you guys want to go through these headlines, you guys definitely can go ahead and check them on out. Also, AMPX, long-term investment, came out with a major deal. AMPX repeat $35 million purchase. AMPX is one of these plays that kind of got put on my radar here. And I know TURB is getting a little bit of hype. But AMPX, guys, this is what I think is going to be a great long-term investment as well. AMPX, for anyone who does not know, this is a newer company, came out back in 2022. They have the strongest battery in the world, like a lithium battery. What charges again, or what flies drones? Drones are like massive in the military. What can drive cars, electric cars? What could fly ETOLs, right? Those like hybrid car, helicopter thingies. So AMPX, guys, this one just got another massive order, $35 million purchase order. Very slow and steady. Who knows? Maybe again, it could be a Palantir-like investment. $8 all the way up to $170. Who knows? Maybe it could be like a Rocket Lab investment. $4 up towards around $52. Who knows? Maybe it could be a IONQ-like investment. Stock goes from $8 all the way up to $60. Who knows? So the thing is, guys, it's always nice. I always like to just throw, whenever I see one of these alerts out here, just have you guys be aware of them. AMPX, one of those plays that we want to be watching. SLNH secures $100 million. Unfortunately, SLNH went on the spike, gave it all back. Okay, cool. We're not missing that. We already went over FGI and AIHS. Anything else big? What to be aware of this week? Tuesday. I mean, the big thing is, guys, just a little heads on up, is that tomorrow we do have the FOMC meeting, right? So, guys, historical S&P 500 after rate cuts. What we are in now, non-recessionary periods. When cuts occur in normalized policies, the S&P 500 typically performs well, averaging a 13% gain 1 year later. For example, after the 1982 rate cut, the index surged 36.5%. So team, just a heads up for every single person. For anyone who does not know, if you have been living underneath a rock, tomorrow, Jerome Powell is going to be walking out at the time of 2:30 p.m. Eastern time and giving a speech about cutting rate cuts. Now, the big thing is, the more we cut rates, the more money is probably going to be made in the market. Now, if it's a 0.25 rate cut, the market most likely will continue to rise, but maybe not as much. If it's a 0.5 rate cut, the market could spike crazy. If it's a 0.75 rate cut, the market's going to go absolutely ballistic. So the thing is here, traders, these are the different, base cases. The base case, the surprise case. So I'm going to explain this. I know I got 2 minutes here. 4 rate cuts. Little heads up for every single person, okay? This is how rate cuts work for every single person. When we cut rates, the markets spike. Dek, why? When we cut rates, you are now not paying as much on credit cards. Your interest isn't as much. You can go out and buy a vehicle and your car loan won't be as much. You can go ahead and buy a house and your mortgage won't be as much. So if you want to buy a house right now, let's say your mortgage is $3,000 a month. Maybe after we cut rates, you could buy that same exact house, apply for the same exact loan, but the interest rates aren't as much. So now instead of paying $3,000 a month, you are now paying $2,400 a month. That leaves an additional $600 in your pocket now every single month. What are you going to do with that $600? Well, people are going to go spend it on other things. Spend it on Chipotle. Spend it on buying a brand new MacBook. Buy things at Walmart. But regardless, you have more money, and now that you're having more money, you're buying more things, which is now stimulating the economy. So when you take a look over on the S&P 500 here, traders, the S&P 500, let's just go back right here, as you guys can see, towards a monthly chart. We cut rates in 2018. The market went from 238, spiked up to 340. Insane. We cut rates back in 2020. The market went from 200 and spiked all the way on up towards $500. We are about to cut rates while the market's already at highs. So we could keep on going up even higher and higher and higher. So historically speaking, when we cut rates, the markets go up even higher than what we can imagine. But it's the more we cut rates. 0.5 would be crazy. 0.75 would be insane. 0.25 is most likely what we're going to be doing, and it should just allow people to have a little bit more money in their pocket every month, which is going to help stimulate the economy. 0.75 would have tons of money in people's pockets. You get it? So that's just what we want to be aware of. That's what we want to be on top of. Okay, great. Guys, market opens up here right now. Let's get ourselves prepared, because remember, we are trapped in this room until we make some cash. We are trapped in this room until we make this money. And we know TURB is going to be the first play that we're going to be watching here, guys. TURB, this is going to be the stock that we are looking at. We have TURB starting to squeeze its way on up. And TURB is the play that is now breaking on out and is currently on that bullish side of momentum. So again, TURB, all eyes, all focus over on this play. You guys can see right here, stock's trying to get a little ripping and running. Wedge worked out great, holding that VWAP area, looking to spike up towards what area? Most likely this is going to have strong resistance if it can get up towards around 750. 750 is going to be a strong resistance line. Well, Dek, where would you want to, let's say, potentially short this play? Up near 750. Why 750? Old upper shadow, rejected. Old upper shadow, rejected. Old upper shadow, rejected. That's going to be a very tough line to break. Let's just see how much shares are to short on this play. Shares right now, a little too expensive for me. $429 to short it. I don't want to pay that. I'm going to inquire again, see if again we can get a cheaper amount. Locate lowest, cancel. Is it still that much? $389. I don't think I'm shorting, guys, TURB at this moment. If anything, maybe look for a dip buy and let's ride it up to 750. So TURB, Dek, where would you look for a dip buy? Dip buy, old spiking high where we had some trouble, back on down to 640-ish. 650, 640, that could be a great little dip buy opportunity. Get ourselves involved on this play and start seeing if we can make a little bit of money. So again, I always like kind of spreading out different orders, saying to myself, okay, hey, where can I get filled here? I'm going to put an order of 250 shares at 640. I'm going to put an order back on down towards around 630. I'm going to put an order at around 635. I want to go at around the 640 to 630 area, place some different orders and see if I can make some money as the stock fades and falls. So what I like to do a lot of times, I'm going to get rid of these lines right here so you guys can understand it a little bit better at this point, is I like to look at where was their old trouble, which now will hold up as support. So for instance, can everyone see at this moment that we have a lot of old trouble at that spiking high, that spiking high, that spiking high? I could also flip this right here and say, hey, Dek, it also was support there, there, there. So you want to look at where is there the overall greatest platform. And what I mean by platform is where did we have nice support lines? which are also, again, very nice resistance lines, as that's most likely what's going to be holding on up as a new support line if it comes back on down. So that price to me is going to be somewhere in the 640s, okay? So traders, let me again get ready to go. Just got filled on this play. Just got filled right here 2 seconds ago over on the stock, and you guys could see it. I am in live. TURB got filled at 637 overall cost basis. I'm looking for, again, to see if we can get a nice green candle and bounce on up. Dek, where do you want to go up towards? I want to see if we can bounce on up towards like 670, let's say. 670. Dek, what's going to be your stop loss? Stop loss on this? Oh, guys, getting a little bit weaker. Getting a little bit weaker. It looks like it's getting a little bit of a crack here. I might have to get out of this play. Guys, it's getting weak. Gonna have to cut out of this play here in a second. Guys, gotta cut out of it. Cutting out of my play. Cutting out of my play right here. Why did it do that? Crack the VWAP. I was thinking VWAP was gonna be holding up as support no matter what. Cracking out of that play, not going to hold it. So I was looking for a dip buy, dip buy, dip buy. VWAP cracked. I'm 100% out. Stop loss hit. Not going to hold on to a loser. Dek, are you gonna again jump in on TURB again? The answer is no. So again, I look for the dip buy and bounce play. I got filled at an area I really did like and enjoyed. Let me show you guys exactly where I got filled on. So let's go right here. I got in at the areas I like. 640, 630, 630, 630. So I was in at areas I like. I got out at 590. 40-cent stop loss with 1,200 shares. Went after a number one top gainer, kept it with about a 40-cent stop loss, did not want to hold on to any sort of loser. I am not, again, getting myself involved on TURB if that play is not doing exactly what I want. I have no issue if anyone ever takes a loss in the stock market. If you take a loss in the stock market, that's okay. But the worst thing you can do is hold on to your loss, hoping that you make it all back. That's the worst thing you can do. So again, go after plays, and if they work, great. If they don't work, then you know what? Find something that does. Guys, right now, again, FGI still getting weaker. TURB getting weaker. All right, so every single play right now, we have seen weakness. Every single play right now, we're seeing little spikes and then weakness right back on down. Maybe, again, we just look for shorts at this moment if we don't see anything looking too good. So I'm still watching. Dek, what if TURB bounces back on up? If it bounces back on up, we'll keep our eyes peeled and try to develop a new game plan. But right here, traders, FGI, no. TURB, no. CNFR, not too much yet. APVO could definitely get hype if it re-breaks the VWAP here, team. Remember, APVO did have a good credible press release. If we take a look, APVO had the second best press release today. Second best press release today over on APVO talks about having a 100% remission. Now, in medical terms, this basically means it's showing 100% effectiveness. Right? A lot of times the words remission is going to be in cancer, where again, the cancer remits, where again, it's basically working backwards. It's not growing in your body. It's again, coming in and getting smaller and smaller and smaller, right? So when we have again, a 100% remission, that's a great sign. If APVO could ever get above that VWAP area, above 265, that's where we'd have the best chance of going on a squeeze. That's where we'd have a best chance of going on a rip and run. That's where we'd have the best chance of seeing buying volume move on in. All right? Here we go here, traders. Right now, we got APVO keeping this one on high watch and high alert. No forcing at this time. Not going to go against the grain in any sort of way. FGI also still getting weak. FGI didn't have any sort of news on that play. That's the issue with FGI. APVO here, team. This is one of those plays that it's like going to be a little bit of a 50-50. Now, what do I mean by a 50-50? We're either going to break that VWAP and everyone's going to run into it and we're going to squeeze, or people are going to hit that VWAP and it's going to turn and dump. What I do like about APVO is it does show we have these massive long upper shadows. Everyone see that? Everyone see in the daily chart right here, these massive long upper shadows? And why is that important for us? Because it shows that at least it does have the potential to go crazy. Like the stock has gone from $5 to $13 before. The stock has gone from $6 all the way up to $14 before. It can go crazy. And that's a good start. APVO, let's just watch this one. VWAP is at the price of 260. We got to break that area and possibly run and rip up to that $3 plus area. Guys, how's Tesla looking today? Tesla, little bit of a drop back on down. Now, again, the big thing about Tesla that we all want to be aware of here, team, is that Elon Musk did purchase shares over on Tesla. Guys, APVO, trying to get back up towards that 260 mark. Remember, we went after the #1 best press release here today, TURB. TURB, unfortunately, cracked the VWAP. We were looking for a bounce right next to the VWAP. Remember, Dek, what was your entry? My entry was right around 638. I had the VWAP right now is at 624. So not only was I looking for the old platform, I was also, again, having the VWAP be able to hold up as a nice area, right? So that was what I was looking for. APVO right now here, traders, getting prepared, possibly getting ready for a spike here soon. A little bit nerve-wracking, again, always buying at highs, but can we see that short squeeze? No other play is spiking right now at this moment. Can buyers start running in on APVO and start setting the tone here, guys? APVO, I am going to give this one a chance and see if APVO can start getting a little bit of hype and momentum. So I'm going to give APVO a chance to get the squeeze. So again, I'm doing 500 shares here. I just want to see if we're going to get that opportunity. Now, the most important thing, traders, as I've said before, is we have to break the VWAP. If we cannot hold above the VWAP, you need to get out, okay? Just a heads up for every single person. You have to stay above the VWAP. I don't want that to be a shocker. I don't want that to be surprising to any sort of trader. We have to stay above the VWAP to get the squeeze, to get the breakout, to get the momentum. Okay? So if we start dumping back on down towards 230, unfortunately, it's just not going to happen. We have to stay above that VWAP area. Now, Dek, where else can we be looking for dip buy entries if we want to? We still have this uptrend. Technically, we could come all the way back down to 240 and still stay in the green, okay? So technically, we could stay all the way down towards 240 and stay in the green if this play is still going to be able to hold. Right now, traders, I am in on this play with 1,000 shares. It's a $2,600 investment at the price of $267. Looking to see, are we going to be able to squeeze at this time, be able to get that breakout, and be able to get a little bit of that run. Remember, VWAP is everything here. Got to get above that line to get that break, to get that pop. And again, our goal is to be able to see this thing go up to $3 plus. If it does not break 260 soon, we're probably going to see a pullback back down to 240. You can load up there if you want to, or again, you can wait until you get a new high of the day to kind of confirm a squeeze is happening. Just throwing out different possible scenarios for you to be able to have the smartest and best trade possible. Right now, we still have a little bit of red. We want to see, can we get above 260 and hold it? As long as we're above 260, I feel confident. That's the most important thing in my eyes. So let's see if we can keep on going here, traders. I'm still adding on to this play. I'm in at 267 right now with 2,000 shares. You guys could see my live position right above me. I'm not hiding anything. Everything is live right in front of you. Guys, we have tested 260 1, 2, 3 times. If we do not break and hold 260 soon, I will just get out, take a small loss, and say, you know what? It's not happening right now at this moment. Guys, I'm cutting out my loss right now. It's not breaking 260 yet. Gave it a chance, not going to hold it. I'm in on this play, and then 100% out of this stock. Again, showing you guys my live P&L right here. Dek, where were you in at? I was in at 269, 268, 265, 267, and again, 250. Going after these plays. But I'm not going to hold them if they're not going to get the breakout. So far, we've had 2 stocks looking to bounce or looking for the breakout, and they couldn't get it. So again, that's why, again, the VWAP is so important. It's such a big indicator for us that we want to realize, wow, okay, the VWAP usually holds up as strong resistance. If we break that resistance line, that's where the spike happens. So I noticed, hey guys, I'm in at 260, I'm in at 265, I'm in at 267. If we go underneath the VWAP, weakness will happen. The moment weakness started happening, I again kept it nice and tight. Gave myself a 15-cent stop loss. Said I'm willing to go after this play, but if it does not work out, I will get out. Traders, that's what you have to understand. So notice again, my losses right here are small. And you might say, well, Dek, those aren't small to me. Well, obviously you and I are on different account sizes. I'm keeping everything as tight and as small as possible because guess what? When one trade works out, I'm going to make it all back. It just comes on down to putting yourself in the odds where, again, you can lose. The crazy thing is, I have my one buddy. He wins, guys, 22% of the time. He's a 22% win rate. And guess what? He makes more money than I do. Guess what? He's a full-time stock trader. Well, Dek, how does, again, how is he a full-time stock trader when he only wins 2 out of 10 times? Because he does this. And this is, again, something every single trader should understand, is that he trades and he goes after plays, just like you have to. But the thing is, guys, let's imagine this is like your zero P&L. He goes after a play, and let's say it doesn't work out. He cuts it quick. And again, he goes after another play, he cuts it quick. And another play, he cuts it. And another play, he cuts it. And another play, he cuts it. And then guess what? He gets one win. And the one win, he just holds it long enough where, again, you get it all back and more. He loses 8 times and averages wins twice, but his wins are 5-6 times more than what he loses. So the thing is, over on this trade right here, APVO, I gave it a chance. I got out when I saw weakness. Same exact thing with TURB. I looked for a dip buy. I got out of this play when it couldn't, again, get that dip that I wanted. So the thing is, all you have to do is be able to kind of nail those little, price points. Those price points where we are going to get those squeezes. Sometimes, again, market conditions are going to definitely be a little bit tough. Guys, a lot of action heading back over to TURB at this time, though. A lot of action heading back over to TURB at this time. So TURB trying to get a little bit of this momentum. TURB trying to get a little hype. We do know this stock is going to have a lot of strong resistance. Where we're at, up near around that 750-ish mark. Right? We have a lot of resistance up towards that area. Dek, could we see a possible short squeeze or something along those lines over on this play? 100%. But again, we do have to take into consideration, right? We have to take in our consideration right here that we are seeing a lot of dropping. We are seeing a lot of fading. But right now, guys, I'm moving in the wrong direction. I'm not upset with any trade that I've made, though. I will say that, guys. I'm not upset with any trade I've made. I'm very happy with the trades I made. Unfortunately, they just didn't work out the way I wanted them to. And that's okay. That's part of trading. But I'm going to say, again, every single trade I had reasoning, I had conviction, I went after it, and I had a quick stop loss. So I'm not upset with any trade I've actually took so far here. Let's see if these shorts have gotten any cheaper whatsoever. Cheap. No, again, these shorts, I can locate 2,000 shares, 2,000, locate lowest, and they're still, again, $400. These shorts, guys, are just very expensive at this time. Guys, what do you guys think? TURB trying to go on a little bit of a squeeze. TURB, this one hurts a little bit, guys. Why? Because, again, I look for a dip buy at $6.30. It's now all the way up towards $8. Dek, where can we look for dip buys? If you want to look for a dip buy, look at where old resistance was at. We had trouble at either 750, but again, what I like is, again, the trouble at 725, 725, 725, 725. I think the best area for a dip would probably be somewhere in the 720, 725 region. So I'm going to look to, again, get back after this play, look to surround that 725 region and see if I can go ahead and make some money and get myself a good opportunity over on this play. So I think we just had a little bit of a drop off down towards that bottom. I'm going to look for, again, sub 725. I'm going to surround more like 710. If I can get a nice little pullback, come back down towards like 710, come back on down towards the low $7 mark, try to get filled after a nice big green candle. So I would like to see 680 all the way up to $8, come back on down towards around 710, bounce back up to 650, something like that. You know what I mean, guys? So let's see if I can get filled, get myself on a good trade, of course, go from there. We did have so far TURB with an awesome little spike and move. Right now here, traders, happy with all these trades. Now, again, also take a look right here. What happened? Perfect little dip buy if you guys did get filled at 725, 727. You guys see that lower shadow right there? That thing was pretty solid. Again, if it falls back on down, I think it's going to be a perfect dip buy. It would be somewhere in the low 7s would be the goal. I don't want to chase this at the high either. I don't want to put this at the top. And again, shorting is too expensive. Now, again, what's the great thing is that out of over 10,000 different stocks out there in the stock market, over 10,000 different stocks out there in the stock market, we again have narrowed it down to the #1 top gainer on the day. Right? TURB. And that's, again, because we are looking at Fox Runner. That's because we are looking at the news. That's because we are looking at every single play. Guys, I'm in on this play right now. As you guys know, 2,000 shares. In on this play, 2,000 shares, TURB. 2,000 shares at the price of $7.11 at this moment. 7-Eleven, 2,000 shares just got filled off the red dip buy and bounce play. 7-Eleven, 2,000 shares looking for a bounce play back up to 750, making back my money. So again, $400 profit so far. Let's see if again we can get a nice little bounce back up to 750 plus, get ourselves in the green and eliminate. Guys, up $600 almost. 457. Now again, we're up 600. Now again, we're starting to move here, guys. Beautiful. Let's see if again we can make this money, re-break 750. If we can re-break 750, we're up $800 right now. $800 gain. Let's see if we can rip. Guys, I'm going to take my gains right here. Guys, out, taking my gains, and guess what? I just did exactly what I stated before. What I stated before was don't worry. I can have 2 to 3 losses, and one trade is going to make back all of them, or the majority of them. What did we just do here? We lost before, $550. We lost $340. With one trade, I was able to just make $700. So I made back my $500 loss, plus, again, made $164. Now I'm only down on the day, what, 100? What am I down right now? Let me see this. 175 bucks. This is what I'm saying. I'm saying the way I trade works. It works. You know why? Because the odds are in my favor. Now, again, what does that mean? That means if I was a casino, okay? It does not mean that every time a tourist sits down, they are going to lose. That's not how, again, odds work. Odds work by you will lose sometimes. And I'm telling you guys this right now, you will lose sometimes. But over time, you will win. So guess what? A tourist could come on down, put down $1 million, hit it, and he wins. And the casino just lost $1 million. That can happen. But at the same time, you know what else could happen? Is that tourist wins $1 million and he just keeps playing and keeps on playing and keeps on playing. And if he does that, guess what? The casino over time will win it. Win it all back. All right? So see yourself as the casino. Don't get upset if you have one trade that just didn't work on out. Don't be upset if you see one trade that just didn't do what you want it to do. Because again, you will win if you follow the strategy over time. So again, that play here, traders, let me show you guys my P&L over on that one. My P&L, I told you I was going to look for a dip buy at around $7. Where did I get my dip buy at? 714, 712, 710, 706, 706, 703, 703. Got out at 746 and 748. Made back the majority of my money, trying to get myself in the green again so I can get out of this room. Remember, locked into this room until we make a profit. So trying to do it all live in front of you guys. And that's the thing. I like traders. What people don't understand is that I like, and I don't like this, but I like, again, if I take a loss, how I react or how I handle it or how I'm able to bounce back from it. I like how I do everything in front of you. I like how I'm showing you guys my wins and my losses. I'm not trying to sit here and hide a win or hide a loss and be like, oh guys, I never lose. People hate me if I lose. I would rather be a person that shows you my losses and it's like, all right, let's see if Dek bounces back. Let's see what he does, right? That's what I want you guys to realize. So right now at this time, TURB, let's see what we can do next because we are setting ourselves up into a little bit of a bull flag pattern. Do you guys agree? Guys, take a look on TURB. Oh, there's the bull flag pattern I'm talking about. TURB right here. We have this nice little wedge to break out. And this stock has a lot of potential. Now, Dek, what if it comes crashing all the way back on down? If it comes crashing all the way back on down, we have room to fall back down to like 670. 670 if we ever got like a big flash crash. Okay, flash crash is like 670. Dek, I'm long on this play right now. If you're long, hold $8. Most important thing, guys, hold $8 if you are long on this play right now. Hold $8. Again, top resistance 804. Top resistance 804. If you go underneath 804, that's where there's weakness. Okay? If you want to get a dip buy or bounce play, it could be right along that 804 mark. So TURB. TURB here, guys. Still going. Look at this. Still trying to get that short squeeze. Anyone still holding over on TURB right now? Anyone still holding this play? Saying, Dek, I'm on the long side right now. So TURB, this is the play, guys. You know what's also funny, again, if you scroll back to this morning, out of every single play, out of 10,000 stocks, we again circled TURB and said this is the play that probably has the best chance for us, right? So TURB here, traders. Let's see if we can make some more cash on this one. We know, again, it has to break through 875 for that next leg. 875 break, buying volume coming on in. It's going to keep on going. Dek, where's the next target over on this play? We could see $10. I am not one who likes to buy, traders, at the very tippity top. I don't like doing it. I don't like chasing plays. We have a 233% stock. I don't like chasing stocks at the very tippity top here. Now, remember, what is going to be the most appealing to traders? The most appealing to traders are the ones that have credibility, the ones that have news. I cannot make this any easier for you guys. If you want to be a great stock trader, all you have to do is be a great studier of news. Find news the moment it comes on out. Find stocks the moment they come on out. TURB here this morning came out with news, right? At what time? 8 a.m. Eastern time. TURB, of course, right here, we get all of this news. We see all of this news. TURB at the very top, scrolling on down, it came out right at 8 o'clock in the morning. Every single person could jump in on this play and just make an absolute killing. So again, that's what's so beautiful about this. This was also alerted over on TURB right here. Right, 8:02 a.m. Now again, what's the beautiful thing about trading in pre-market? You see this come out at 8:01, 8:02. You can get in at $2, $3, $4, $6. You can be aware of it at 8:30 and jump in at 460 before it runs up towards 944. Right, there's a lot of opportunity in this type of hot market, and you guys just got to be aware of that. 250 shares I'm going to be looking for. Deck, you're going to look for a pullback? I am going to look for a pullback. Pullback, I think a great area would be like 850, 860, somewhere in the 850 mark maybe. You know, I would say, again, maybe, actually, let's go like 840. So I would rather, again, just stay a little smarter. 250 share surrounding the 840 area. See if I can get some 840 dip buys, 845, 847, 849. And again, I like to just spread out orders and just try to get myself filled on, you know, areas where I feel like could be very solid. Now, what do I think could be very solid here, team? I do think, again, $8 support's going to be very nice. And what I'm really looking for more, a lot of times where support does happen as well, is number one, we could look at where a candle to candle transition was. And what I mean by that is look at this very big candle. This candle switched over to this candle right around 835. So it's just something I call like a candle to candle transition. And a lot of times that does hold up as a nice support line. So again, candle transition, 835. On top of that, we do have this uptrend all the way back on down towards like 830. Right now, TURB is still spiking. I don't like chasing tops. I don't ever feel comfortable telling a whole bunch of traders, go buy a stock after it's up 240%. I would much rather tell you guys, hey, let's get ready for a dip buy opportunity at around, you know, 840 after an 80-cent drop where there's going to be a better chance for buyers to move back in. Dick, what's the news over on TURB? TURB secures $53 million contract. So you guys have this right here. So you guys are all set. Can I ask you guys over in chat as well, how many people have been using Fox Runner? And again, Fox Runner truly has changed my life in the way that, you know, every single day I wake up and I have all the answers given to me. So again, to me, as I said, that is an absolute must. It's an absolute must to have that scanner. Trade ideas to me is an absolute must. And again, Cobra trading is an absolute must. Those are my three absolute musts. I need to have Cobra. I need to be able to short all these plays. I need to have trade ideas. I love the charting. And I must have, again, Fox Runner because that, again, gives me the answers every single day. Those are my three musts. You don't need anything else. If you want to be a full-time stock trader, you have to have those three. Those are the musts. Right now, TURB here, traders. We're still watching. We're going to look for that nice pullback. Nice pullback all the way back on down. Nice pullback to make that money. And let this thing consolidate right now, right? Let this thing consolidate at this moment. Thicko says, Deck, but if you don't trade pre-market, how can Fox Runner benefit you? So again, if you don't trade pre-market, can Fox Runner benefit you? 100%. Guess what, guys? I didn't trade pre-market at all today. How did Fox Runner benefit me? Because again, TURB, I know the answer for when I do trade, let's say during the day. Let's say I am awake and I saw the news come out at the time of 8 o'clock this morning, then I could trade it. Again, if I didn't have Fox Runner this morning, I wouldn't know TURB is the #1 top gainer. TURB is the stock with the best press release. TURB is the stock that the majority of traders are looking at. So again, if you trade in pre-market, it's 100% a must. If you don't trade in pre-market, it gives you the answers of what's going to be hot during the actual day. So no matter who you are, it's going to be able to help you. But I suggest, again, everyone trades in pre-market. Pre-market's going to be one of the hottest times of the day. Absolutely. Guys, let's see if we get that pullback back down towards those 840s and 850 region. That is going to be absolutely massive for every single person. Also, just all the other information it has. Different plays that are coming on up. SPY information. All the congressional trading. Where's that at right here? Seeing what Nancy Pelosi's buying. Seeing what Josh Gothamir's buying. Seeing what's getting in, what's getting out. All the insider information. Deal news. All that good stuff. Right? Taking a look at all the fundamentals. Everything. Traders, as always, So again, my broker right here. Again, this is my other necessity. My other necessity right here is my broker. Make sure you're all set. Make sure you guys go ahead and look at that. So that is my broker right there. Da, 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 da. And then also we have trade ideas. So again, we also have trade idea scanners, as we know, right here. So we have our trade idea scanners locked in. Guys, let's see if we get that possible dip buy and bounce play here soon. Possible dip buy and bounce play coming on up. Dip buy and bounce play, as we said, if we drop on down towards those 840s, we might get filled here pretty soon. Again, we're looking for that lower shadow here, traders. Lower shadow and then a dip buy and bounce. Lower shadow, dip buy and bounce. Try to get filled as this one comes on down towards those 830 region. And then again, it could get a nice little bounce play back on up. Now, again, that's what we want to see here. Can we, again, get a little bit of a crack and bounce off that candle-to-candle transition? Guys, just got filled. 750 shares. TURB is I am in. TURB, Dek, where you in at? 839. In at 839 right now. Looking to see if we can get a little bounce. Dek, what if it goes on down? What's your stop loss? I would say probably right around 810. 810 stop loss for me. Have 750 shares. I'm in at 839 right now. So, guys, starting to crack a little bit. Underneath again, over on this play of 810, I'll be 100% out. Not going to allow any sort of losses get carried away. I am looking for, again, dip buys and bounces over on the stock to see if we can make some money. I'm in at 839 right now, looking to see, are we going to get that dip buy? So, again, we're trying to get back above this downtrend. We got to get back above 840. That's like, I bought right on the downtrend. I bought right on the down, or the uptrend, excuse me. Guys, I'm going to lock it up. Not doing what I want. Gonna lock it up right here. It's cracking underneath the line I want. Not going to allow my losses to, again, get carried away. It is on the bearish side of the trend line. To me, we're on the bearish side of the trend line at this moment. I'm going to get out if it's not working the way I want it to. So, gone over a few different trades. We can connect the dots right here. Let's see if, again, that will be able to continue to hold and continue to work. It is starting to get a little bit of a bounce right here. Maybe I got out 5 seconds too early. At the same time, TURB, we want to continue to keep our eyes peeled over on this play. So TURB still watching this one. Dek, do you still use TC2000? I do not at this time. Again, the only ones I use is Fox Runner. The only one I use is Trade Ideas. And the only one I use is Cobra Trading. Dek, why was TURB only a 2-star word on Fox Runner here today? Well, again, there is always those what. So again, what they mean by 2-star word, for anyone who does not know, is TURB is what they said, a 2-star press release. Now, what do we mean by a 2-star press release right here? Well, it says the word contract. Now, again, contract is what the default is of 2 stars. Now, you can change it in any way that you guys want. So what we mean by that is if you guys go on over here, let me just make this a little bit weaker here. Go over to your hot keywords. 2 stars is the word contract. Now, it's tough to be able to, again, say contract's a 3-star or 4-star word because not all contracts go on big-time spikes and rips and runs. But if you wanted to, you can edit this list and say, Dek, whenever I see the word contract, I want to see it as a 4-star word every single time. So you can just type in the word contract. And now, again, for you, right? Let's delete contract from a 2-star word. And now for you, contract, save keywords. These keywords will be used to scan press releases. Save. So now for you, contract will be a 4-star word if that's what you really want. So again, whatever the words you are that you absolutely love, you can, again, change it anyway. This is just the default that, comes with it. But if you're like, hey, Dek, whenever I see the word Solana, I always see a massive spike. Put that as a 3-star word. And if you want to, put on voice alerts for Solana as well. So like I have Solana, I believe here as, Solana, I have it right. Let me move myself out of the way. I have a voice alert on Solana and it's highlighted, right? In that kind of like, a bluish color whenever Solana comes on out. So again, I do have voice alerts. I do have keywords and highlights. Those are my favorite. And then I do have it set for certain keywords. But again, it's all up to you. You can change this in any way that you want. So yes, it could be a 2-star word by default. Or again, you could go ahead and make it a 4-star word and say, all right, hey, in the future, that's a 4-star word for you. 840, guys. Great dip buy if you guys held on a little bit longer. So guys, just a little heads on up. I was being a little shaken out there. It didn't do exactly what I wanted to. I did get a little shaken out there, though, at that moment. So again, TURB, good job if you guys got filled and bounced off that 840 mark and held on a little bit longer. I should have held on a little bit more. That was kind of my first maybe shitty trade on the day. Or again, I didn't really lose anything big. I didn't follow my plan. I didn't have enough confidence to kind of have conviction towards it, you know? So I should have held a little bit longer on that one. Right now here, traders, keeping our eyes peeled. TURB, guys, still trying to get that momentum. TURB is going to have a little bit of resistance. We're going to start setting ourselves up into another little wedge pattern here, traders. Another little wedge setup right here. Another little wedge at this time. Also, ladies and gentlemen, as you guys do know, as we're waiting for TURB to possibly get its next leg on up and its next rip and run, for anyone who is not aware of this, just a heads up for every single trader so that you guys are all set, ready to go. Who is coming on out to New York City on October 2nd? On October 2nd, for anyone who does not know, and I want every single person to be aware of this, we are having a New York City rooftop takeover. So, what does this mean here, guys? On October 2nd, I actually got invited to go to the New York Stock Exchange and do the opening bell ceremony, which is awesome. I was at the NASDAQ last month and I was part of the closing bell. I don't know if you guys saw that or not, but I was on CNBC. I was part of the band, people clapping for the closing bell. I'm actually doing the opening bell in the New York Stock Exchange on October 2nd. But I know, again, some other traders are going with me. So again, Cobra, who is the broker, is setting up a free event. And this event is in New York City. It's at 2:30 in the 5th rooftop. And all it is we want every single person to come on out. We're not charging tickets. Guys, I will tell you right now, I am not about that game. I'm not about the game of trying to charge people left and right to learn from me, to ask questions, to connect with me. I don't want that. I don't like that in any way. So the thing is, we were sitting on down and we said, hey, let's just have a New York event. Let's tell everyone to meet up at the same place, at the same roof, at the same time, and let's just turn this into an amazing night. So traders, we are inviting you. There's no fee whatsoever. If you guys want to come on out, hang out with me, Cobra Trading, hang out with Katy Perry, hang out with Wolf Financial, hang out with Day Trade Professor, hang out with Justin Weirland, hang out with all these guys. And the thing is, team, 100 people. We have wristbands for 100 people for free food and free drinks. We're going to be giving them out to certain individuals there. Maybe the first, again, maybe 50 people to sign up, we're going to give some to. Maybe, again, we're going to have some games, but it's free. Come on out. You will have to buy your own food or drinks if you guys don't have a wristband, but we're not charging tickets for this. We're just telling every single person, come on out October 2nd, 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Come to the rooftop, have a big networking event. Everyone's telling their chats, everyone's telling their following, and we're just going to blow this up. Have 100, 200, 300 traders show on up and just ask questions, have fun, enjoy New York City. So, we are, again, turning this into one big event, and that's on October 2nd. I want everyone to be aware of that. I'll post that over in chat so that you guys are all good. And other than that, look at the big-ass bull flag that is happening right now over on TURB. TURB here, baby. Absolutely going ballistic. So TURB right here. There is money to be made over on this play. Deck, what are you looking for here? TURB, obviously this thing's going explosive. We're up 300%. It looks like it's going to get halted soon. Wouldn't you guys agree? It looks like TURB is going to get halted. I, again, don't ever want to buy the tops, but we know this thing is hot. We know this thing is crazy. I'm going to still look just for dips. I'm going to look for dips, try to catch that perfect dip buy before, again, it goes back on up. We will see dip buy opportunities. Right now, traders, it's still going. Is anyone just buying in on it, saying, Deck, I'm going cowboy style. I'm just buying. Don't talk to me. I'm holding it, and I'm riding this thing on up. Look at TURB right now going absolutely explosive at this time. TURB is going absolutely explosive at this time, now halted after this massive squeeze and spike. Oh, baby. Oh, baby, oh, baby, oh, baby. Traders, insane. What was the news here again this morning? Talks about a $53 million contract over on this play. So again, this was one of the best plays out there. Absolutely incredible. All right, traders, what do you guys think is next? I mean, hey, this is the moneymaker here, traders. This is by far the moneymaker. This is where every single person is going over towards. This is where every single trader is looking at. This is where every single person is saying to themselves, hey, Dek, like, what are we doing? Let's figure out a game plan here together. All right? We have 3 minutes to figure out a game plan here together. Let's do exactly that. All right? Let's get ready to crush it, and let's get ready to make this money. So, how are we going to crush it? How are we going to make this money? What we have right here is we have TURB with an awesome little setup. What I think we have to do is you have 3 options, okay? And I want to throw out every single option for you right now at this time. Number 1, your number 1 option is you can buy the stock right when it opens on up. Now, what's the pro about this? You buying TURB the moment it opens on up can lead towards you getting filled instantly. That's the pro. The pro is you will be filled on TURB. The con is if it does fall, you are getting filled on a stock that's up 338% after a massive spike and has a whole lot of room to drop. TURB has strong buying momentum. TURB has a big rip and run. TURB looks like it's going to have some sort of gap up at this time. But at this moment, I can't sit here and say this is a safe play. I can't sit here and say, oh, TURB, guys, this is going to be the one that's going to make everyone money. If you buy it, we're going to go up to 12. We're going to go up to 15. We're going to go up to 20. It's tough for me to say that because I know so many people look up to me and trust me. And again, trust me when I say it's risky to buy at the very tippity top. So while it is an option, please be aware of the risks. The other option you can do is say to yourself, all right, Dek, I could short this play. TURB, yes, it has a lot of buying volume. But as you said, it's up 338%. Isn't this play going to fade and fall soon? Couldn't this play get weaker soon? Couldn't this play give a whole lot back? TURB, I can't say don't short it, but I will also state the momentum is very strong. This play to me looks like it will go up more. I do think TURB has more left in the tank. So I would rather you probably buy it right when it opens than probably short it. I don't suggest going against the grain. I'm leaning towards more buying than shorting at this moment. But as you guys know, I'd rather, again, try to do the safest thing possible. What's the safest thing possible? Is to try to nail a dip, try to nail a pullback, try to nail an opportunity where we can say to ourselves, okay, let's get filled on this play, but let's have at least limited risk. What's limited risk? Maybe if we get filled at 1070 or 1060 or 1080, it's after a $1 drop where we're not, again, getting filled at the top and just losing right away. At least if we get a $1 drop, there's going to be a chance for us to get a nice little dip buy, right? So that's what I like. I like attacking plays and going after them, but I would probably want to just wait until maybe anywhere between that 1115 mark back on down towards that 1070 mark. I like the opportunity on TURB. I know buying the stock is risky after having a big time spike, but it's the number 1 best play with the most volume, with the most action. I would rather, again, give the stock a chance on the upward momentum rather than going against it, but I don't think I want to take so much risk that I'm putting myself in at the very tippity top and would rather look for a pullback and short. Or a pullback and dip buy. You know what I mean? So I'm going to look, put in some limit orders. We open up in 30 seconds. We're at 1185. I'm going to look to buy this play at, 1085. 1085, 250 shares. Go ahead and click buy. I'm going to go to a 1080, 250 shares. I'm going to go 1091, 250 shares. Go 1078, 250 shares. So I'm looking to see, can I get filled on the stock if we do get like a nice little drop, a nice little pullback, if I do get like a nice opportunity. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. No pullback yet, guys. Guys, we're going up $12, $13. We're still going. No pullback has happened yet. No pullback has happened yet. Hold area on the downside is 949. So we have a lot of room to spike and fall. I'm still going to just rock out with that 1080 area right now. I'm just going to rock out with that 1080 area. It's most likely not going to get filled at this moment, but I'm just going to let that rock in case I can get filled eventually. Traders, anyone in on the long side right now? Anyone in on the long side holding TURB on the upside? TURB right here, guys. Still pushing, still ripping, still running. Guys, look at this play. Now, if you guys got the dip buy at 880, I mean, incredible. If you guys got the dip buy at 880, that's been incredible. Traders, we haven't had one red candle yet. We haven't had one dip buy yet. Guys, I mean, we're going to have to cancel our orders, unfortunately. The stock is just too crazy right now. It's up too high. It's not coming back down to $10 right now. So this play is still spiking, still ripping, still running, still going absolutely nuclear. Deck, where would be a good dip buy? I would be thinking like 1310, 1311, right? Like that region. 13, we're still going on down right here. 1310. Traders, 13. I'm going to actually look to see if I can get filled right around this 13. Can I get filled at 1310? It just came on down towards around 1310. Nope, I'm not getting filled right now. Deck, what if it keeps on falling? I'm kind of looking at where it could possibly get filled at. Could possibly get filled. Let's go down to 12s. If this thing flip-flops, and starts dropping, we could be all the way on down towards the $12 region at this point. I mean, we have just seen green, 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 green. Green, 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 green. Let's see here, traders. This thing is going to be a little nuts. We have gone from $15. Deck, where could you get filled to feel good about? 12, 11.90. I mean, that's kind of a little bit better in my eyes. I'm trying to figure out, after we get a red candle, how low are we going to go before we find support? You know? That's what I'm looking at. So when we do get this fall, how low are we going to go down towards before we find support? That's what you need to ask yourself right now. I don't want to buy the top. And again, if I miss chasing the top, that's okay. My time will come. My time will come for dips. My time will come for shorts. My time will come. But again, I can't, for me, guys, this is me. This is a personal thing. I cannot buy at the top after a 500% spike. Even if that means I miss out on it, it's okay. Because at some point, there will be a trader that gets crushed. Someone who's buying at $14 plus, and it drops down to 10, and your account's gone. And maybe it goes up to 16 or 17 or 18, but then at some point someone's buying at 18. So I cannot tell you, I'm not a fortune teller. I can't tell you how high this stock can go. But I can tell you right now, TURB is absolutely gorgeous. TURB has an absolutely beautiful wedge pattern. TURB has $1 million in float. TURB has a $35 million contract this morning. TURB is a stock that the majority of traders are focused on and looking at. So TURB is still looking for that break. I'm not getting in right now here, traders. I'm going to wait for the big hard red candle, okay? That's me. Me personally, I'm waiting for the big hard red candle before I get in. Let's see if we can get that drop here soon, guys. Still waiting for that drop in reversal. Deck, where would you want to get filled at? Again, I want to get filled in the 11s, I think. 11s is where I feel good about. Deck, why the 11s? I mean, that would be a $4 drop from the high. Going from, again, you know, down from 15 bucks down to $11. Somewhere in between these two orange lines is where I feel good. That's like kind of my happy place real quick. Give me 2 seconds, guys. Gonna go across the room, grab myself a quick drink of water. We'll be all set. Right now here, traders, we are still setting ourselves on up. Nice little setup at this moment. Little bull flag pattern. Is there anyone here that is just a complete psychopath who is in at like a cost basis of $14 or higher? Is there anyone here right now that's a complete psycho that's like, Deck, my average at $14.50? If you are, I love you, but you are also crazy. I love you, but you're a little bit crazy, and I respect that about you. You got some cojones. You got some big cojones. Traders, are we going to get that $15 break coming on up here? We got to get that $15 break. As we know here, traders, this is what I'm looking for, though. Dex, dip, entry of fun. All right, guys, just a little heads on up. This is where I feel good about. I'm just kind of typing this out for every single person. Dex dip by entry of fun this is where I want it. And now again, I don't know if we're gonna get it here. We are still going up even higher. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going up even higher at this point. I mean, we had Dex dip by entry of fun all the way down to 14. Right now, we got TURB. Ain't slowing down here, baby. Oh, guys, I'm getting a little excited. I am. I'm not even in on the play. The stock just keeps on going. It won't quit. It won't stop. It's saying no one can stop me now. Oh, man. I mean, I might have to, again, it's just going up higher and higher and higher and higher. We're at 538%. So my dip by a fund just isn't going to happen right now. My dip by a fund, traders, is just not going to happen. Let's see how much shorts are, if I may ask. How much are shorts on this play at this point? They are probably rather expensive. TURB, let's say I want to get 1,000 shares on a short. Guys, here's the first potential red candle. Let's see, inquire all. Inquire all, 1,000 shares, locate the lowest amount, and it's for 1,000 shares, $550. Nope, not doing that today. No shorts for me over on, again, TURB. They're $550. They're just a little expensive, right? So I would much rather, again, look for a dip buy. I'd rather look for that, opportunity instead. Right now, team TURB starting to fade and fall and drop. We'll see how low this one is going to keep on dropping down towards. Deck, if you got filled on a dip buy right now, where would you like to get filled? 13s at this point. 13s I would feel at least confident about. So right now, TURB still trying to go. TURB is still just absolutely insane here, traders. This stock is just not stopping. And again, I got to make, what I feel very confident about is I, again, have to be able to make just 360 bucks. I mean, on a stock that's up 523%, ladies and gentlemen, I do feel like I could easily make 350 bucks, get myself into the green on the day, So it's just like, it comes on down to just timing that good one. Timing that, good solid trade, timing that good opportunity for us to be able to make that money. The thing is, at some point, this thing is going to start turning and falling and possibly get halted on the downside. And again, I don't know, and no one knows how high this is going to get up to. This might be the biggest spike ever of all time over on TURB. And it is. TURB has never been this high ever. Stock has gone from, again, $250 up towards around $16. Now it's up to $17. And again, it does have this great $53 million contract that everyone is buying and everyone's saying, hey, howdy ho, let's go. Anyone just wanted to do 250 shares and say, Deck, I'm just going to ride up 250 shares and just see how much money I can make. I mean, the thing is, 1875 is going to be the top, 1875 strong resistance line. $15 could be nice support. The crazy thing is the LULD, the limit area on the downside, is not until 1255. So if there was ever a big, large market order share, I'm talking like 100,000 shares or whatnot sold at the same time, this thing is going to crash, could crash all the way down to 1296. It could honestly be the biggest red candle ever, like all the way down to 1296 before we even get halted. Right now, TURB, traders, is still just going absolutely bananas. Absolutely insane. Absolutely nuts here. There will be a massive reversal coming on up here. I don't know where, but it will be coming on up here pretty soon. Now, if you guys also got filled at that, 840-ish mark, this thing has been going absolutely bananas ever since that, like, 840-ish mark. TURB, Deck, could this one break through $19 and run up to $20 plus? Absolutely. I mean, this thing's just still going. It could get halted again and run up to 30. I mean, that's the crazy thing about this market. This market is absolutely insane. And I love this market. I've told you guys a million times, the best time to trade is from September all the way until about March. September to March, this next 5 to 6 months is the hottest time in the stock market. It is absolutely nuts. TURB here, traders. Still trying to go. Still trying to get a little nutty. Holt area at this time is 1350. Stock is still trying to push. Here comes another new high of the day. Another new high of the day over on TURB. Holt area is up towards 2025. Might be getting halted here pretty soon. I don't think we reverse until we get halted, guys. Like, I feel like we have to stop the momentum some way. I don't think we reverse truly until, right? Until we, like, stop that momentum. Right now, we might get a couple big lower shadows. Maybe a lower shadow down towards, like, 1680 or something like that really quickly. But, I mean, this thing is still just continuously growing and grinding and going and going and going and going. And I easily could see 2088 getting halted here in a moment. Deck, where would be some good limit orders? Limit orders at this point, low 16s. If you want to get one of those little quick little flash crashes. 615 area. Maybe down towards, again, a 1550 area. Might get that. It might get filled here soon. If I get a little flash crash back on down towards, again, that low $16 mark. Just came on down to 1778. And the thing is, once this does crash, it could absolutely dump. And that's the biggest fear, guys. When this actually does crash, it could absolutely dump and just rip skulls off. Like, it could be very, 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 very scary when this one actually does get that dump, when this one actually does get that sell-off. I want to kind of surround, I guess, the $15 area, 1580s, 1570s. I mean, oh, Deck, that's a $3 drop. A $3 drop, ladies and gentlemen, we have spiked $15, $16 today. You don't think we're going to get a $3 drop? We're 100% going to at least get a $3 drop. So it's like, it's just about trying to find that perfect dip that actually makes sense for us. Where could that little flash crash happen that we could get a little bounce right back on up very quickly? Somewhere in the 15s, right? I'm a little bit nervous to, even enter this play because I know it could go right back. Guys, just got filled 750 shares. Just got filled 750 shares at 1576. 1576 I'm in on right now. 1576 I'm in on. Let's see if we get a little bounce play back on up. Gonna take profits when I have it on 750 shares. I'm up $500 taking my gains. Just like that, guys. Just made $500. Now I'm back in green on the day. Woo! That was a little scary. Guys, got filled right at the orange line. Perfect entry. Told you $15, guys. A little scary right there. Got myself back in the green. So back in the green. It took a little bit of time, but we got ourselves back into the green. Deck, how was the entries? What were we doing there? Again, as stated, I'm getting filled at 1590, 1580, 1560. Again, had a cost basis right around 1575. Got out at 1644. Was just able to make a little over $500. Just made back the $340 loss. Made back a $100 loss and put myself up $484 there. So now we are back in the green for the first time today. And again, notice how I wasn't panicking before. I was like, hey, we will get our dip buy. We will get ourselves, right? We'll get what we need here. So we're just trying to do everything we need. We're doing everything smart. Here comes a beautiful bounce play. Right now, traders, we got TURB still watching. Good job if you guys got the quick little dip buy at that bottom area. Got ourselves back into the green, which is, again, what's most important, whatever this is all about here. and we'd have a crazy, crazy mover. Deck, if you're still holding at 15, 16, 17, 18, I mean, great money. Great money here, ladies and gentlemen. BREA, some people are bringing up right now. BRA is not bad. Don't get me wrong. Nothing's wrong with that in any way. It's very choppy. That's a very choppy play over on BREA. Little bit of lower volume. I would say 100% keep your eyes peeled on it. It is halted right now. It is halted. BREA. Let's see if that one again can keep on spiking $14 plus. There's a chance that this one is just going to crash. So I like it. I will 100% stay though. That TURB is probably 10 times better. Okay. But let's watch BREA. We will. And again, I appreciate the heads up from everyone. So BREA. Little heads on up here, traders, especially for everyone that's watching over on YouTube today. If you guys are absolutely loving what we're doing, make sure you guys sign on up over on Tradecaster, where I live stream every single day, and get yourself a free 7-day pass right here and right now. Because again, we do this every single morning. Every single morning, we're getting after it. Every day, every morning, we ain't slowing down. We're only picking up here, baby. Let's see if there's any shares available to short that are a little bit more reasonable. Locate lowest. Let's go to inquire all here. Hold on a second. I want to see. 1,000 shares, inquire. Out of that 1,000 shares, let's locate the lowest amount. It says no share. There we go. 1,000 shares available to short. Cancel. How much are they going for right now? $550. Total cost $550. That's just too much money for me right now. I don't want to, again, put myself in the red from shorting fees. Deck, how do you get in and out so fast? Again, I set limit orders. Set a limit order. You get filled when the stock comes down to that price. So, for instance here, traders, limit orders are super simple. How do I get in and out so fast? TURB. If TURB comes on down 250 shares, set it to a limit order at the price of 13, let's say 50, and I click buy, now I have a pending order. When it comes on down to the price of 13.50, I get filled instantly. So it's not like I'm sitting here watching it drop and then trying to get in as it drops. I sent in all my orders prior. 13.80. Okay. 13.10. Okay. 13.12. Now again, guess what I do? Now I'm good. I don't got to sit there and try to time it perfectly. My orders are already set. So if the stock drops on down, I'm good. Now what I also could do at this time is I could just switch over to a market order right now. Which means what? Which means the moment that I get filled, I can just click sell and I get out instantly. So again, it's pretty simple sometimes, right? I have a feeling TURB here, traders. Little heads on up. I got a bad feeling about TURB right now. Bad feeling right now. Reason why I say that is because we're in a bull flag pattern once again, and I just don't know if this bull flag pattern is going to last. I don't know. I don't know here, ladies and gentlemen. We're up 530%. We've had multiple bull flag patterns. I would just be careful on this one. Okay? I still like the $13 dip buy, and I'll even type that on out if we can come all the way back on down towards the 13s. $13 dip buy. Halt area is back on down to 13.50. I would say again, typing this on out, this would be Dex Fun Palooza of dip buying. Guys, here's that bull flag pattern I said I don't really know if I like too much. So I want to see a dip buy back on down to the 13s. Deck Fun Palooza of dip buying. Somewhere way down here. That's kind of where I feel good about. Low 13s to even the 12s, guys. We might get halted one time on the short side before I even look to get, on a dip buy. This thing looks like it's about to fall apart. Be careful, everyone. This thing looks like it's about to fall apart. Be careful, everyone. We could easily get halted on the downside here soon. Told you the bull flag wasn't looking that good. Told you the bull flag was getting a little nasty here. Room to fade and fall. Limit order 13. Again, I kind of like right where that halt area is at. That 1340 area. And then if it goes even lower than that, we're going all the way down towards like the 12s. 12s, guys. To do Snookeroo Deck. I thought I was buying shares on TURB. Turned out MSCL NVR went through, so I caught it with 75 shares. So my position, lucky me, I made money. That's always again lucky when you are getting yourself involved on a completely different stock or a different way of direction, and you had no idea. Hey, take it, take it where you can, and enjoy it. You know. So take it where you can and enjoy it. Nothing wrong at all with that. I'm going to look for dip buys there at 12.40 dip buy. I'm going to load up here, guys. I'm going low $12, even like $11.90. I'm going low. I'm going low in case this thing, I mean, it might get halted, just little heads on up. We might get halted here. But again, I'm getting nervous that this still has not gotten its massive sell-off yet. You know what I mean? So we might get still that big sell-off, which is all the way down to like here. I want to go low. I'm going low here, traders. Now, Deck, what if you don't get filled? Who cares? Traders, you know what I like doing? I like putting entries where if I don't get filled, that's the worst case scenario. If I don't get filled, what does that mean? It means I'm not losing any money. I'm in the green right now. I'm up $140. Not the biggest amount in the world, but I'm in the green. The thing is, traders, if I get filled on my dip buy, which is going to be like sub $12, I'm going to have an incredible entry. And if I don't get filled, guess what? I'm still up $140. So it's like, who cares? Worst case scenario is I don't get filled and I still win money. Right now, TURB, we'll see if this one can bounce back on up and still try to make a little bit of action for us. TURB still trying to spike and climb and get a rip. Deck, is Fox Runner how you found TURB this morning? Correct. So again, TURB this morning. Every morning I wake up, I always look at all the top gainers on the day. I always look at, you know, what's coming out with hot news. I always watch all the hot news at 7 o'clock, 7:30, 8 o'clock, 8:30. So just a little heads up for every single person so that you guys are all good. But yes, there is a free 30-day pass on this. Plus, it is a free base plan. You can get just the news scanner for free, but you can't get like keywords, or you can't, you know, get voice alerts, and you can't, you know, get the news alerts. So there is a base plan, which is 100% free. The premium version is what I use. Just a little heads up. Trade Ideas does not have any free pass. So there is no free pass on Trade Ideas whatsoever. So you guys can get a 15% off discount if you guys type in the word Dekmar trades. So you guys will get a 15% off discount on Trade Ideas. Dekmar trades, 15% off. That you guys can do over on Trade Ideas, but there is no free trial at all. Yeah. Turn up the volume a little bit for you. So those are for the Trade Idea scanners. Once again, Cobra, best broker in the world right there. Bada boom. And again, you guys get a ton of discounts and passes right there. And then last but not least, as always, Tesla starting to rip back on up. Tesla, guys, we do have our one-stop prop challenge I need to be able to complete. I, again, wanted to make sure I'm getting myself in the green right here. But do we have Tesla starting to rip its way on up? Tesla getting a little exciting. Let's remember, guys, right? Gray, no. Gray, heads on up. We, again, kind of split on off, doing our own things. Little heads on up for you, buddy. Only, again, wish the best for absolutely all of them. But, again, no, he is not. Tesla, we do have, at this moment, all of these nice climbs and rips and runs. Elon Musk bought in for the first time in 4 years. Actually, 5 years, excuse me. 2020 was the last time. 2020 was the last time that Elon Musk bought his own company. Bought shares of his own company. This is the first time in 5 years that Elon Musk bought shares. That's a little crazy to think about, right, guys? If we take a look, this was yesterday. So yesterday, let's scroll on down here. And we saw right here, look at this, guys. Yesterday, Elon Musk purchases public shares of Tesla. Tesla shares jumped after CEO Elon Musk disclosed Monday of his first purchase of the stock in the open market since February of 2020. So this was the Form 4 that came on out. The Form 4 says Elon Musk, right? And these are all the amounts that he was buying. So this was really big. He bought 2.57 million shares. 2.5 million shares of a stock that's $400. Guys, we're talking hundreds of millions of dollars right there. Just a little heads on up. So if you guys want to see the full Form 4, type in Tesla here, and go over towards the news, switch it on out to the filings, and then you guys can see the Form 4 that came out yesterday. Monday, 9-15, Form 4 filing right here. Check it on out, and guess what we have? Elon Musk, the CEO, purchasing over 2 million shares of his stock. First time in 5 years. And guess what? Traders love that. People love, again, Elon Musk has like a cult following at times, right? So to see, again, Tesla go all the way from 350 and spike all the way up towards around 425, that's a major deal. That's a major play right there. Dek, what's the news over on Chow? CHOW. Let's see here. News over on Chow. I don't think Chow's a play. HMZ, Chow. I'm not getting anything on Chow. So I don't see anything over on Chow. I don't even know if that's a stock. But I do think Tesla is in. The big thing is, guys, just a little heads on up. Most likely, there was a, so Chow, little heads on up. The reason why I couldn't find that right there is it's a public offering. Just came out. Chow just came on out, guys, as a public offering 2 hours ago. So when I typed in Chow and it didn't register, it's a brand new public stock. This is the first time it's ever come out with news, or the first time it's ever been available to the public. So Chow right here, $8 up to $12, brand new IPO stock, brand new IPO. So thank you for the heads on up. That's why I couldn't find it. I'm like, I don't even think Chow's a play. Chow was just birthed an hour ago. Actually, not even an hour ago, at 10:19. So 10:19, Chow just came on out. $8 up to $12. Let's see, are there any shares available to short over on Chow? Let's go ahead and take a look at this brand new IPO stock. Thank you for the heads on up. Let's see, Chow. There are 1,000 shares that I could short on Chow, right? For almost $200. Ooh, we'll see what happens over on Chow here, ladies and gentlemen. Chow could be a nice little fading and falling play. See if Chow could start dropping on down. So Chow, a little bit of hype. How's TURB doing? TURB, guys, still have entries on this one, as you guys know. I still have entries all the way down in the 11s and 12s. So not doing it right now, but 11s and 12s, I will be looking for some good old entries. We are in the green right now, which is good, but I kind of want to... I could trade, just say, hey, guys, I'm good right now and walk away. But honestly, that ain't really my style, baby. Chow right now, team. A little bit all over the place. Would anyone look for a shorting opportunity on Chow? Scary. Scary. Chow's gone from 8 to 10 to 11 to 12.54. The thing is, we do not know how high Chow is going to go. We don't. We don't know how high Chow is going to go. It's a brand new IPO. It's all momentum at this point. So Chow, a little bit of hype, a little bit of action, a little bit of momentum right now at this time. $10.41 in the market, and we still have not seen, TURB kind of get that big dump. This could mean, again, this stock could possibly hold on up here, traders, in the near future. I mean, if this stock is still holding its gains, right? This is definitely This is definitely a stock that we'd want to continue to keep our eyes peeled on, right? Definitely a stock that we'd want to continue to keep our eyes peeled on. Definitely a stock that we want to see, hey, wow, can this one be able to hold on up even better and better and better and better? FGI, no. TURB. Again, I'm still just waiting for that TURB dump. If we can get that TURB dump, we'll be all good. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, please let me know. As I stated here, guys, I want every single person at this moment, 100% go check your calendars. Go check your calendars. Go get a Sharpie marker. And again, circle October 2nd, New York City rooftop. So that is going to be an absolute blast. New York City is the best time in October. Again, I live like an hour away from New York City. And I would say October is the best time to visit. It's not hot and smuggy. It's not cold. It's absolutely perfect. We're going to celebrate it over on a rooftop. This is where we're going, guys. 2:30 in the 5th. Absolutely beautiful view of the Empire State Building right on that rooftop right there. You guys can get some drinks. You guys can enjoy it. It's an absolute blast. It's a lot of fun. As I said, Cobra is going to be giving away for the people that come. They're going to be giving away 100 wristbands so that people can get free drinks and free food. So free drinks and free food, and it's a free event. So we can't make it any more clear. Dek, is there any like secret fee? No, there's no ticket. You might have to pay a cover charge maybe. Maybe again, if you want to buy your own chicken tenders, you have to go do that. But other than that, we're just trying to set up a free event that every single person can come, have fun, meet me, meet all the other influencers, meet again other traders, meet Cobra, meet Day Trade, meet Keedy, meet Wolf Financial. We had some other people coming as well. Just a free event. So again, network, talk to us, have some fun, have a drink, and again, enjoy New York City. So that is October 2nd, guys, 2:30 in the 5th. There's the address in the bottom left-hand corner. Take a screenshot if you guys need to. And again, that's at 6 p.m. Eastern time. So 6 p.m. Eastern time. I hope to see every single person there. I hope to see every single trader there. And I hope you guys are going to be able to make it. And I want to make sure that you guys are all set right now. Right now, TURB is still trying to grind a little bit. TURB, guys, is still trying to grind. Chow, we could take a gamble on Chow and look for a short on this play. You know, where could you look for a short? $14, $15, somewhere right around there. You know, it's a gamble though. That's a gamble, guys. $14, $15 short over on Chow, and seeing if that one is just going to get weakness and start fading and falling right back on down. $8 up to $12.54 right here, baby. TURB still slowly trying to grind. Little heads on up. TURB right here is also like on this little trend line area. This is like that little downtrend at this moment over on TURB. So TURB is definitely still trying to get some hype. Little heads on up. Chow right now. It seems like it just opened and starting to get a little bit of a drop. So Chow just opened. Still trying to fight to stay alive. Back on down to 1080. Again, this one is just super risky, guys. Super risky across the board. You might make money. You might lose money. I don't really think I want to get myself involved over on Chow, but I just want you guys to at least be aware of it. And shout out to everyone that made me aware of it. TURB right now, team, is still live. TURB, and at any moment, TURB could break that downtrend. If you break that downtrend, you could be going on a very nice squeeze. You could be going on a very nice rip. You could be going on a very nice run. Little heads up for you guys. Team, I do want to open up the floor right now. Does anyone have any questions, comments, or concerns? Anyone have any questions, comments, or concerns? Please let me know. Let's make sure that we're all good. And also, little heads on up for every single person, as always. I'm not done trading just yet, as you guys know. I'm not done trading just yet on this day. I want to make one good solid trade. At the same time, I didn't add my small win in yesterday. I got to add my small win in. I'm going to be journaling every single one of my trades, as you guys know. So again, I got to add my win in from yesterday. Yesterday, how much money did we make? I forget. Yesterday, we were able to lock in $221. So let's actually do that together. So of course, you know, everyone can see that and watch that, because I always want to be open, honest, credible, transparent, and doing this all together. So yesterday was Monday the 15th, right? Monday the 15th, we did have a winning trade. We want to add a trade here. We did have our winning trade. How much money did we win yesterday? We won $221 on the day. So net profit, $221. I do want to just upload a screenshot of this image here. So just give me 2 seconds. I just want to upload this. $221 profit. Awesome. Save changes. So I have that. Yesterday, my pre-trade analysis, what did I do over on this trade? Yesterday, I traded NAOV all day. So if anyone was not here yesterday, all I did was trade NAOV. And NAOV, I was looking for dip buys, bounce plays. I really stuck with, again, just trying to look for opportunities that were going to be able to, you know, make me money. So NAOV, I wanted to, again, get myself involved on this stock for dip buys and shorts. That's how I made all my money yesterday. So what was my pre-trade analysis? My pre-trade analysis was, I realized the market, right? The market has been super hot. I have been avoiding shorts. I've been avoiding shorts in most cases because I find my biggest losses have been short squeezed, right? Instead, I waited for momentum to shift, or I bought on dip buys. No forcing, right? No forcing at tops. That's like what my game plan was yesterday. And again, my post trade, what'd you learn from this trade? Game plan was working perfectly, right? Perfect execution. Dips and later morning shorts. So I'm really not, traders, like over the last few days, I really haven't been doing what? I haven't been trying to short plays at the very tippity top at the perfect area, right? How would I rate my trades? I had some wins yesterday, but I also had some losses yesterday. I would give it a C+, right? My emotional state, I was kind of calm. I didn't do anything too wild or too rambunctious. The symbol that I traded yesterday was NAOV. NAOV was the stock that I traded. I had a lot of different orders. I'll fill this in a little bit later, but let me submit that so that we're all set, ready to go. And now go back to my dashboard. So I have that, and now again, I'll be all set, ready to go for today. Little heads on up. We do have right now, though, TURB starting to fade back on down here slightly. TURB still has the chance of being able to get that massive dump in the future. Please just be ready for that in case that does happen. With that being stated, though, now that we have this, again, I have my $1,200 win, $605 win. I did lost $2,200 over on Friday. Yesterday, I won $221. My win percentage is 66%. My average win is going to be 0.5, which again, I have to reverse right now. So again, take a look at this. This is not good. That is not what I want. And kind of against everything I preach against. Where again, my average win right now is 625. My average loss is double that. And that's because, again, I did have a $1,200 win, a $605 win. Then I lost. That day got carried away. And then a $225 win. So right now, team, I need to make this opposite. I need my winning days to be 1,300. I need my losing days to be 625. This is, again, a very important data for me to be able to get engaged. Then on top of that here, team, what are we seeing? Trade path score, win percentage, but again, I need to have better consistency. My profit factor is a little bit low. So far over the past week, I'm down $102. And, you know, one of the most important things, traders, is going to your trade buddy and learning, you know, this is the AI. How can I improve my strategy? So I want to click this. How can I improve my strategy right now? Like, what's the big issue? I'm going to assume the AI is going to tell me that what I can do better is probably look for dip buys. Strategy, top strategy, momentum and pullbacks on long. Deck, you have a 100% win rate. Weakest strategy, unplanned trades, basically jumping in due to emotions. Your momentum pullback strategy, waiting for 40 to 50% retracement in news, shows perfect execution, while unplanned trades without any analysis consistently fail. Doubling down on your proven setup, eliminate discretionary gambling. Okay, so basically, me putting this in, me putting my P&Ls, the AI is telling me right now that anytime that I've taken a trade that I haven't kind of perfectly set on up, I've lost. The AI is telling me with every trade that you've taken so far, right? Because this is all like, you know, giving me all my data and everything. Every single trade that you've done, right? You've won if you had consistency. When you rushed into a trade, you've lost on it. Your pullback entries show excellent timing, but you need a predefined exit for risk. Okay, I gotcha. Yeah, I didn't have good risk there. So, I mean, traders, it's great to know, again, why you're winning. But you know what sucks? It sucks when, again, you guys trade and you don't know why you're losing. And that's why it's important. It's important to be able to go through all of these so that you guys are all set, ready to rock and roll, so you guys are all good. I will say this is the only trading journal I've ever seen that comes with a yoga class as well. Okay, so I will say that, guys. This is the only trading journal I have ever seen in my life that comes with a yoga class. Now, why is that? Well, again, I think it's for fun, but at the same time, it's nice. Trading get pretty high stressed, don't you? You get pretty high stress. You get a little high strung. So it's nice, again, kind of take a second, kind of zen out for a little bit.
Welcome to your trading preparation meditation. In this session, we will focus on calming your mind, centering your emotions, and preparing you to trade with confidence, patience, and clarity. Before we begin, make sure you are seated comfortably, either in a chair or on the floor, with your back straight, your feet flat on the ground, and your hands resting gently on your lap.
All right, I can't do it. I'm going to fall asleep. I put that thing on last night. I put on the 15-minute guided meditation just to kind of get me in a nice little It's like I fall asleep. It gets me too relaxed. Gets me too relaxed at this time. It does. Gets me in too good of a mindset place. A deck, can it upload? So again, you can link your broker. Just a little heads on up. You can link your broker to your trading journal, and then the AI will be able to be even better to tell you what you're doing right and what you're doing wrong. So just heads on up. Now, good news also, traders, is that starting tomorrow, the CEO of Trade Journal AI, Trade Path AI, is going to actually be coming on the live stream, and he's going to be teaching us how to use the AI better. He's going to be teaching us how to be able to use the AI, how to be able to link our journals, all the different features of it. So tomorrow, little heads on up, every single person will be able to get a better description of how to be able to use it, and then you guys will be all set, ready to go. Also, if you guys do not have that, that is the trading journal I use, and you guys can go get it right now. Free 14-day pass. Free 14-day pass. Go check that on out. And again, I'm the only person that actually has a 14-day pass. You guys can see I have the creator access. Do this right now. Type in 14 capital D-A-Y. It is case sensitive. So 14 capital D-A-Y. Access sign up. And then you guys will get a free 14-day pass to, again, the trading journal that I use. So I always try to get you guys deals. I always try to get you guys, again, some discounts. I always try to give you guys, again, the best products I can, if that's Trade Ideas or Cobra or Fox Runner, or now, again, Trade Path, so that you guys have everything you need to be successful. Heads on up here, team. Here comes a little bit of that dip and drop. Deck, are you going to get filled on this dip? I will get filled on this dip if we start going down towards, again, the low 12s to the 11s. So if we start crashing here, guys, to the low 12s to the 11s, I will get filled on this play. Heads on up for every single person. I want to see this one drop. I want to see this one fade. I want to see this one collapse here. So again, TURB, this one is still getting weaker and weaker and weaker and weaker. Heads up for every single person. Right now, FGI, this one's trying to move on up a little bit. FGI was trying to get a little bit of hype here. TURB momentum is definitely shifting right now. And we could possibly see this all the way on down towards the 11s, maybe all the way down towards the low 10s. Who knows? So I'm still watching for, again, this one to be able to come on down. Keep getting weaker. Jay Saucy Deck, we appreciate all the discounts you get for us. Of course. Guys, like the thing is, I'm not expecting every single person to go buy Trade Ideas or Foxrun or Cobra Trading or TradePath, but for what's up your alley, what's up your niche. Hey, Deck, I love journaling my trades. I love learning. I want the AI to teach me how to become a better trader. Okay, go use TradePath. Hey, Deck, I love trading in pre-market. I love having preparation. I love learning, again, all about the best plays. Okay, use Foxrunner. Hey, Deck, I love charting. Okay, use Trade Ideas. Hey, Deck, I love shorting every single play. Okay, use Cobra, right? Deck, how do you know it will bounce and not just knife all the way back down to yesterday's close? Again, you will never be able to know if it will 100% bounce or just crash all the way back on down. What I'm saying to myself is this is the #1 play in the stock market that every single trader in the world is looking at. I'm going to make the assumption that if it falls from $20 all the way down towards around $11 and has a $9 drop, other people other than myself are going to think it's a good dip buy opportunity. That's basically the whole entire concept of it. Well, let's see if we can keep on fading and falling. Holt area is all the way down towards 1134. We actually haven't gotten Holted on the downside yet. See if we can crash 12. Again, I'll get filled in the low 12s to, again, the high to mid 11s. So I still need about another $1.75 drop. That's why you have a voice alert in Foxrunner for offerings? Correct. So again, whenever the word offering comes out, I do get a voice alert, so I always hear about it as well. So that's the big thing. Remember, in stock trading, you want to be alerted in every single way. What I'm most excited about, guys, is at the end of October, they said they're coming out with their app. And the app, again, will send you all the alerts, all the voice alerts, all, again, stocks that you want to a push notification. So instead of even being in front of your computer, like right now, I'm in front of my computer every morning. I get the highlighted keywords. I get the star ratings. I get the voice alerts. But again, coming on up, they're going to have the app where you could be in bed, you could be driving, you could be in the bathroom, you could be wherever, and all of a sudden you get a voice alert that says, boop, Tesla just came on out with Elon Musk buying shares, whatever you choose, right? So again, the app's going to be a game changer, I think, because we're always going to get the best press release every morning sent to our phone the moment it comes on out. So we'll never miss a play, no matter what, even if we're in front of the computer or not in front of the computer. So right now here, traders, let's see. Still looking for that dip buy and bounce play. Came on down towards 1270. Not doing too much just yet here. It's 11 o'clock in the market. We did get into the green. We did make money. We're up $140 right now. I definitely wanted to try to make like $500 plus. I did not want to chase TURB, as you guys know. I didn't want to chase that play all the way at the tippity top. I didn't want to put myself in a position that was probably going to just hurt me. And if you guys do have any questions, comments, concerns, please let me know. I'm just kind of looking around and seeing if there's anything that we're missing. How did AMPX doing today here? AMPX, nice grind. Remember, AMPX is one of my favorite plays for long-term investing. That's one of those plays that guys just came out with another contract today. Slow and steady climber, working its way back on up. AMPX pretty solid. Snookeroo, you as well, buddy. Have a blessed day. Absolutely love it. Appreciate you joining us today. Right now, TURB here, team. TURB. Can we get a little bit of a fade or a drop or some weakness here? And I still want to see. We might get that last little TURB dump. TURB is the potential. Now, guys, I'm actually going to cancel the 12s, the $12 orders, and wait for just the 11s. Why am I doing that, guys? Just because I think, again, if TURB does dump, it's going to be a nice dump. Like, we haven't gotten that true sell-off just yet. Give us that nice sell-off down towards, $11. Give us that nice sell-off all the way back on down towards $11.10. Give us that dip buy. I'm going to give this day maybe 5 more minutes. If I don't get anything else in 5 more minutes, again, we finished off in the green. And the cool thing was we were able to make back about $700. We were down about $700 in losses. We made back that entire $700 loss and put ourselves up $140 on the day. So while it's not a massive day, I'm not going to sit here and say I'm making Lamborghini money at this moment. We were also, again, able to do what, though? Put ourselves in the green, put ourselves back in the profits, make sure, again, we're following our game plan, doing things correctly, right? That's what it's all about, doing things correctly. We started off our trading day with 2 losses, and we had to make a decision. Hey, are we messing up? Do we start gambling now? Do we just hope for the best? Or do we keep following our strategy, keep following the patterns, and make sure we're doing things right? So I wanted to make a decision to do things right. I wanted to make the decision to say, hey, if I keep getting in on my entries, I know the odds will be in my favor. Traders, TURB still trying to get a little bit of a bounce. This play is not done yet. We could easily see a squeeze coming up in the future once again, but I want to see what we get. Cappy Deck, you missed the short opportunity on BREA. The thing is, I always get people every single day, and again, not calling you out in any way, but every day I will miss shorting opportunities. Every day I will miss buying opportunities. I mean, you could go through this list. Hey, Deck, you should have bought this play over on, you should have bought, let's go, AIHS. Deck, you missed out on AIHS this morning. You could have bought this play. You could have shorted it back on down. Hey, Deck, you could have bought APVO. APVO, you could have bought this play. You could have shorted it back on down. Hey, Deck, you could have bought, whatever play. There's a million different plays out there. Deck, you could have bought TANH. You could have bought this play and shorted back on. Guys, I'll miss a million plays every single day. The thing is, no one in the world's nailing every single stock. We just, again, try to trade what we can, right? Trade what you can. Trade what you see. Trade what you have confidence with. But you know what's a gorgeous thing? Is there are millions of plays out there every day. There's millions of chances out there every single day. Bob Adams, way to get yourself back into the green. Blueprint Trades finishing up $1,800 on the day. Active Trader, again, crushing it with $145. Not too bad. Hey, got ourselves back into the green, finishing off on the profit end, and I'll take it right there and right at this moment. Ladies and gentlemen, I will continue to keep my eyes peeled on this market. I will continue to keep my eyes peeled on this. I'm going to be putting the live stream over on tradecaster.com for our members. Join us. And obviously, if we start seeing, again, TURP spiking or dumping, we'll jump back on the mic and get ready for a trade. But I'm finishing off this day. The lock can come on off. We can, again, put those dogs back away because we have able to make money in the market. We made our money, we made our profit, and we did it. Ladies and gentlemen, awesome job, awesome work. Help me wrap this thing on up. We crushed it again. Not a massive day, but we made some money. We made it back. So again, that's an RB on watch for the rest of the day. Enjoy those gains. Enjoy those profits. I'll see you October 2nd on the rooftop. And we got a lot more trading coming up this week. Tomorrow, we do have the CEO of TradePath joining us. So again, make sure you guys do not miss that. I'll be live again tomorrow for the TradePath CEO. So again, make sure you guys enjoy that journal, and we'll be all set, ready to rock. Let's get after it. Let's have some fun, and let's get ready to make this money. I'll see you guys later. Let's do it, traders, in 3, 2, 1. Ahoo! I love you. Enjoy it, baby. Keep making this money. Where are we? We'll get after it right here. I love you. Did you make money today? Did you make a profit today? Did you come out on top today? I'm the Batman.
I got this question the other day. Why are you successful?
So I ball so hard, motherfucker.
$1,000 profit today.
The first niggas gotta find me.
$700.
$50,000 to a motherfucker like me. Can you please remind me? Ball so hard, this shit crazy. Y'all know that don't shit phase. And as we go,
Lock it on up.
too when I look at you like this shit gravy. Ball so hard, this shit weird. We ain't even pro be here. Ball so hard since we here. It's only right that we be fair.
Who's ready for $1 million a year?
You should be asking how to be successful. Jackson, Tyson, Jordan, Game 6.